tale, but I love it. J.D. Bryant, our award-winning costumer, decided up front that in those days you don't go to the rack and buy a 46 regular, you know, you buy whatever on the rack. So the fat people, their clothes are too tight, and the skinny people, their clothes are too loose. Well, I'm a fat person, so they're restitching my crotch every time I bend over, because they would rip every time I had to bend it. Rip, crotch, and it's sort of. Well, I'm in at the crap table, and she comes walking in, his wife, and she wants to make him jealous, so she comes over and starts ogling my jewels, and I get a little stiff, and I blame the chinks again. It's the damn chinks again. The laundry is a little too much starch in it. Too much starch. Too much starch in the laundry. Exactly. And she says, "Well, let me help you. Let me blow on your bones." And she grabs those and takes me upstairs for the first time, maybe in years, that Con has gotten late. Because I say I've been in dry dock for a while. And I go up there and we have sex. And I'm lying on the bed with my hands behind my head, my chest open there, feeling pretty good about myself. And I say, we could do this again, maybe next week. And she's going, yeah, whatever, Con.
Yeah. Can't wait.
Obviously, I wasn't that great of a performer.
I got the day planner for 10 years.
Yeah, I got every Easter. So we set up something, not really in black and white, but I think I'm going to get laid again in a couple of days. Very excited. So I leave, and I come back, and they write me this little scene, teeny little scene, which is my favorite scene I get to do, where I come back, and we took 15 minutes for the lighting department to light my crotch, because they gave me a cucumber, a nice big healthy cucumber. They said, stick that in your pants. Well, I did, I stuck it in my pants, and I got this big old cucumber in there. And we took 15 minutes. Is it better lit over this side, or should we pull it on this side? Where can you see it the best? And so they took 15 minutes to light my cucumber. And then they said, all right, action. And I go over to a door, and I knock on the door, and I go, there's a stallion in the corral. And he said, and pull on that. But you pull him on it. And I said, okay. Milch always wanted you to pull on it. So I'm pulling on it, going, there's a stallion in the corral that's itching to get loose, and shit. And I reach into my jacket, and I go, there's a stallion in the corral. I've written out a whole little poem about my stallion in the corral. And I do the poem, and she goes, not today, Con, not today. And all right, okay. I put the paper back, and I start to walk away, and they go, cut. And I go, props or wardrobe? I pull the cucumber out, Props or wardrobe? And then, of course, what's his name goes, a little lady goes, craft service. And I did my cucumber to craft service, and I leave. Every day it was like that. Every day it was something you'd never gotten to do in your life, in showbiz, that was more fun than you've ever done.
Sitting over on the side while they were setting up for a shot, rewriting it. Rewriting the script.
Yep.
It was interesting. To answer the original question, my character, A.W. Merrick, was a real person, really did publish the Deadwood Pioneer.
Yeah.
And speaking of cucumbers, I went to school in Appleton, Wisconsin, and Willem Dafoe was a kid in Appleton, Wisconsin. And I saw him do this with two other kids his age. He was probably about 14, walking through the campus with a cucumber in his pants, wearing these very tight pants.
No.
So he got this ridiculous, he has this reputation of having an enormous dick, but I actually saw him with a cucumber in his pants when he was walking across the Law Street Bridge.
I can't wait to see it.
Maybe he wouldn't like me saying that.
No, I'm not gonna give you credit,
I
but I
don't
am gonna
tell anybody.
bust this.
So
No.
in the series, the F word is said 43 times in the first hour of Deadwood. It's also been reported that there's a total of 2,980 F-bombs with an average of 1.56 utterances of the F word per minute. I'm wondering, did anyone add any obscenities when you were performing, or perhaps omitted any
What about the
obscenities?
kid?
Yeah.
And did you even notice the obscenities after a time? And did anybody bring the use of additional obscenities into their personal life after using them so much for 3 years?
Everybody in America.
Yeah, well,
So somebody tell that story about the kid and his
do.
parents.
go.
I'm not good with it. You know the story.
I don't know the story.
So Swearingen, not Swearingen,
Oliphant.
Timmy Oliphant, our sheriff, what's his name?
Bullock.
Bullock.
Huh?
Sheriff Bullock, Seth Bullock, yeah.
Seth Bullock. So Seth Bullock gets his brother's wife and her kid, and he moves them into town. You know, he does the right thing by, whatever.
That's what you did in those days.
That's what you did. You know, you take care of your family, and he takes care of him. He brings him in, even though he's madly in love with Molly and blah blah blah. So he brings him in, and he's got a kid, and this kid is, sweet kid, and they're trying to, make him palatable and likable and everything else. And a couple of weeks into it, not day one, when you get the script that says, fuck you, you little fucker, but day 17, when you said, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, 40 fucking times, and all of a sudden it's a big surprise. Oh, it's shocking to his ears, say the parents, or give us some more cash, is what I'm thinking. I hate to be as gross and coarse and an asshole, but that's my character.
You're talking about the kid's actual parents.
So his actual parents say, we think it's not good that he'd be around such filth and
Read the script,
fucking
for
shit.
Christ's sake.
So they go, oh, okay. And they run him over and kill the motherfucker right in the street, right in front of
That was
everybody.
it.
Horses and shit, drag his fucking ass through the thing, sit in the mud. Go ahead. Here, you want out? You're out.
There was no
you don't
fooling
fuck with
around
Milch.
in Deadwood.
Milch has gone way over backwards
Ultimate curtain call.
to make this the best thing ever. I start crying when I
Yeah, I know.
fucking think of
I agree.
what we had.
It was a great experience.
So Jeffrey Jones,